Ang panalangin ay pamumunuan ng kagalang-galang na Padre Primitivo E. Viray Jr. ng Kapisanan ni Jesus, pinuno ng Kapisanan ni Jesus sa Pilipinas.
Magsimula tayo sa tanda ng ating pananampalataya. Sa ngalan ng Ama at ng Anak at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen. Makapangyarihan at mapagkalingang Diyos, nananalangin kami na ipagkaloob mo ang iyong pagbabasbas sa pagtitipon na ito, ang araw ng pagtatapos ng aming mga mag-aaral. Dumadalangin at naninukluhod kami sa iyong kamahalan, na ipagkaloob mo ang iyong mga masaganang biyaya na aming idinaraing sa inyo ngayon. Una, ang biyaya ng pagpapasalamat na naway mangibabaw sa aming mga puso't kamalayan sa pagdiriwang na ito. Naway maitanim sa amin ang aral na binigkas ni San Pablo sa mga taga-Korinto. Ano ang meron kayo na hindi ninyo natanggap? Tunay na biyaya ang lahat ng nakamit ng aming mag-aaral, ang kanilang pagsisikap at nakamit na tagumpay, na pawang mula sa inyong kabutihang loob, ang suporta ng kanilang mga magulang, mahal sa buhay, kaibigan, guro, administrador at kawani ng Ateneo de Manila, ay nag-uumapaw mula sa iyong walang hanggang pagiging bukas palad sa kanila. Ikalawa, ang biyaya na naway mapanatiling maisabuhay nila ang mga pinahahalagahan na kanilang nakamit sa loob ng mahabang panahon ng pag-aaral at paghubog. Ang mga pagpapahalaga ng pagmamahal sa Diyos at bayan, pagmamahal sa kapwa, lalo na sa mga dukha na nasa laylayan ng lipunan, at pagmamahal sa kalikasan. Naway wag manatiling mga slogan lamang ang men for others, cura personalis at magis, kundi na isasalamin nila ito sa kanilang pang-araw-araw na buhay, saan man sila ipadala mo upang matupad ang iyong misyon. At panghuli, ipagkaloob nawa ninyo ang biyaya ng pag-asa, tapang at paggabay sa iyong minamahal na bayang Pilipinas, kasama ng lahat ng mga bansa na nagdurusa sa panahon ng pandemya. Gaya ng paalala ng inyong lingkod ni si Santo Papa Francisco, the pandemic can be a place of metanoia or conversion. Masaganang basbasan mo kaming lahat na magbalik loob sa iyo upang aming talikdan ang old normal ng mga baluktot na pag-iisip at mga istrukturang pang-ekonomiko at politikal na napatingkad ng pandemyang ito. Pagbalik loobin mo ang puso ng lahat ng mga huwad na namumuno sa amin upang maging tunay na leader sila na isinasaalang-alang ang kapakanan ng sambayanan at hindi ang kanilang sariling interes. Sa ganitong paraan, sama-sama kaming lahat ang magtataguyod at huhubog ng isang new normal, isang kinabukasan na puno ng pag-asa na may paggalang at pagmamahal sa iyo, pagmamahal sa bayan, pagmamahal sa buhay at dignidad ng kapwa-tao at pagmamahal sa inang kalikasan. At lahat ng ito'y aming idinadalangin sa pamamagitan ni Jesucristo na anak mo at kasama ng Espiritu Santo magpa sa walang hanggan. Amen.
Formal na pasisimulan ni Dr. Maria Luz C. Vilches, pangalawang Pangulo para sa mga Paaralang Loyola, ang palatuntunan.
Ngayong 11 araw ng Oktubre, sa taon ng ating Panginoon, 2020 sa 161 taon mula sa pagtatatag ng Pamantasang Ateneo de Manila, sa harap ng pinuno ng kapisanan ni Jesus sa Pilipinas, ng tagapangulo at mga kasapi ng lupon ng mga tagapangasiwa, ng Pangulo ng Pamantasan, sa harap ng ating mga panauhin na mga guro at opisyal ng administrasyon, alumni, magulang at mga kaibigan, opisyal kong sinisimulan ang palatuntunan ng pagtatapos ng Paaralang Gokongwei sa Pangangasiwa ng mga Paaralang Loyola ng Pamantasang Ateneo de Manila.
Iginagawad ngayon ang medalya ng pinakamataas na karangalan sa pagtatapos kay Yumi L. Briones, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, summa cum laude, valedictorian ng klase 2020. Pakinggan natin ngayon ang kanyang talumpati ng pamamaalam.
Father Primitivo Viray, S.J., Provincial Superior of the Society of Jesus in the Philippines, to Father Jose Ramon Villarin, S.J., University President of Batch 2020, and to our commencement speaker, the Most Reverend Pablo Virgilio David, D.D., Bishop of the Diocese of Caloocan. Thank you for joining us today. And hello, fellow batchmates, university administrators, faculty, and staff, and to all of our families and friends joining from home, thanks for being here. Let's get this out of the way. This is weird. I mean, we're graduating online, at home, over a live stream, and I'm giving the biggest speech of my life in front of a green screen in my bedroom. When the university released the memo about online graduation, I felt the collective sigh from the batch. I mean, we know that this is the best we can do right now, but part of us still wanted to have that sweaty graduation in the covered courts to symbolically end where we began in first year. And if you're still trying your best to be thankful despite the circumstances, that's great. But it's also okay to feel frustrated. It's natural to feel that way when the things we want are different from the things we get. In fact, now that we're in quarantine, we're feeling that frustration more than ever. And I realized this after reading a post from Denise Borja, who's one of our batchmates and a really great artist. So her post was about how there are two things in her room. There's a screen and there's a window. Now the screen, be it a TV screen, a phone screen, or a laptop screen, it takes her away to a faraway place, to a world where she wishes she could be. But when the screen turns off, it reflects the contents of her window back to her. And through her window, she sees the real world. Like Denise, we all have screens showing us what we want but we don't have, and we have windows showing us what we do have right now. And now more than ever, we're all wishing that we lived in a better world. A more peaceful world, a more loving world, a more kind world. But in reality, our world is falling apart. We look out the window and we see a pandemic. We see poverty, injustice. So there's a difference between the world we want and the world we live in. Sometimes that difference hits us harder than usual. It disturbs us. It makes us feel in our gut that the world just needs to be better than this. For example, when I was young, my mom took me to the zoo. And there were monkeys, crocodiles, my favorite were otters, and then there was this empty space. So I checked the sign and it said giraffe. I asked my mom, "Mommy, where's the giraffe?" And she asked the zookeeper, and the zookeeper told us, "Well, the giraffe is dead." And we said, "Why?" And he said, "Well, it ate a piece of plastic and it just died." And I'll always remember that day because I used to play with these little animal toys, imagining a world where they all had names and lives and friends. Like Madagascar, but that day a real-life giraffe was dead. And if you trace it back in time, you can pinpoint the exact moment someone decided to throw a piece of plastic on the ground and it fluttered into that giraffe's cage. I was shattered. Another story from one of our batchmates, let's call her Kay. Now, Kay had a labandera who brought her daughter Ree with her when she came to work for Kay's family. Ree was 5 years old, but she didn't know letters, numbers, colors, basically nothing. And Ree's mom would never talk to her, she'd only slap her or pull her hair. One day, Ree and her mom just left the house. And Kay's neighbors said they saw them sleeping on the streets, the mom getting drunk all day. So Kay's family took Ree back to the house and they spent months teaching her just a few numbers, just a few colors, just a few good manners, and it wasn't easy, but Kay told me, "I keep telling my parents that if we can change at least one kid's future, we should." Those are her words. So now those are just a couple of examples that make you realize that the world we live in is very, very far from the ideal world we imagine in our dreams. Maybe you had a similar experience or realization in immersion. Maybe you saw something on the news that shook you to the core, whatever it was. It's like this moment of clarity where you realize this can't be the good place. But it also makes you ask, what can I do to make it better? Batchmates, I know we're all feeling frustrated with the way things are. I've seen your Instagram stories, I've seen your Facebook posts, and I had a lot of conversations with a lot of you about these things, but that's also how I know that we all have it in us to cause change. And some of you started in Ateneo, leading orgs and projects that made an impact in the school community and beyond. Some of you are still in school, like me. Kay's in law school right now, studying to make a change in the government and society for people like Rhee and her mom. Some of us, or a lot of us, are starting businesses, which is very Atenean and really great. Michael Porter once said in a TED Talk, it's one of my favorites actually, we often lack resources to solve social problems, but what businesses can do is create resources called profit when it meets its own needs. For instance, I'm starting a business, it's called Savon Cleaning Solutions with Danny, Mike, and Ian, our batchmates. And we're selling hand soap that you can refill in a bottle instead of throwing away plastic bottles all the time. And I'm dedicating that to the giraffe in the zoo from my childhood. My best friend Mickey's business is selling drinks made with the lambanog, and their mission is to empower Filipino farmers. On the other hand, some of us are getting into government work, like my friend JT, who interned under a congressman recently, and who's interning under a senator right now. And we can all do our part for the government by voting. Some of us are volunteering and donating. Kia and Jaime started Bake Sale for Better PH so that talented people could bake cookies and cakes and stuff, and the rest of us could buy them, knowing that our money is going towards a good cause, like feeding our frontliners. The point is, our batch is very capable of working towards a better world. And we should be. After all, we've spent 4 years in an institution committed to making us men and women for others. In fact, I think now's the time to thank the people who made that happen. So let's give a hand to our Ateneo professors, to our formators for intact NSTP Jeep and Praxis, to our ates and kuyas all over campus, to the university administrators and staff, to Father Jet, who is also graduating with us today, to Rizal, to St. Ignatius, to our families, and to God, of course, who has made everything happen. On behalf of Batch 2020, I'd like to thank you all for changing our little world. Now, before I end, I want to address something. When we talk about things like changing the world, we often think that we have to do these big things, these big, grand gestures that we see on our TV screens. Well, back in the 90s, there was a guy who was in a very famous TV show. His name was BoJack Horseman, and this is what he said. All I know about being good, I learned from TV. And in TV, flawed characters are constantly showing people they care with these surprising, grand gestures. And I think part of me still believes that's what love is. But in real life, the big gestures isn't enough. You need to be consistent. You need to be dependably good. You need to do it every day, which is so hard. End quote. You see, when you love someone, it's not the big gestures that matter most. It's the consistency. When you're trying to change the world, it's the same thing. You have to make an everyday decision to love, even if it's not recognized, even if it's not featured on TV, even if it's not perfect. You just have to choose love every single day. And that's the hard part, doing it every day. But once you do that, it gets easier. So, Batch 2020, congratulations to us all. It's been a really rough year, but we can finally call ourselves college graduates. In a few hours, we can all go back to watching Netflix on our phone or our laptop screens. But let's also remember to look out our windows, to look into the real world and ask ourselves, how can I change this world into a more loving place every single day. And when you do decide what you're going to do, don't worry too much about getting it perfect. In the wise words of Uncle Iro and my personal yearbook quote, "Perfection and power are overrated. I think you are very wise to choose happiness and love." Thank you all so much, and may God go with us all.
Sa taong Pampaaralan 2019 hanggang 2020, ginawara ng Pamantasang Ateneo de Manila ang mga sumusunod ng honorary degree at Traditional University Awards. Yohei Sasakawa, Doctor of Humanities, honoris causa. Amando M. Tatanco Jr., Lux in Domino Award. Bishop Pablo Virgilio S. David, D.D., Bukas Palad Award. Fortunato T. de la Peña, Government Service Award. Gloria Lorena S.P. Rosales, Ozanam Award, posthumous. Rebecca N. Tanyada, Parangal Lingkod Sambayanan. Danilo E. Dalena, Gawad Tanglaw ng Lahi. Sa taong ito, may kabuuang 1,858 kandidato ang magtatapos. Kabilang dito ngayong hapon ang 495 Bachelor of Science sa Paaralang John Gokongwei sa Pangangasiwa.
Ihaharap ngayon sa Pangulo ng Pamantasan ang mga kandidato sa pagtatapos. Pamumunuan ito ni Dr. Luis F. Dumlao, Dekano ng Paaralang John Gokongwei sa Pangangasiwa.
Kagalang-galang na Padre Pangulo, karangalan kong iharap sa inyo ang mga kandidato para sa mga titulong akademiko. Sapagkat natupad ng mga kandidato ang lahat ng pangangailangan para sa kanilang kurso, hinihiling namin na tanggapin ninyo sila at igawad ang kanilang mga titulo.
Sa bisa ng kapangyarihang ipinagkaloob sa akin ng Republika ng Pilipinas bilang Pangulo ng Pamantasang Ateneo de Manila, tinatanggap ko ang mga kandidato at ipinagkakaloob sa kanila ang nasabing mga titulo at lahat ng karapatan at pribilehiyong kaakibat nito.
Isa-isa ngayong babanggitin ang mga pangalan ng nagsipagtapos. Paaralang John Gokongwei sa Pangangasiwa, Bachelor of Science in Management Honors Program, Paulo Miguel S. Alvero, magna cum laude. Nataya K. S. Geratruang Saeng, cum laude. Adrian H. Romero, cum laude. Marlboro L. Tan, Bachelor of Science in Management. Cara Isabela S. De Jesus, Program Award, magna cum laude. Timothy T. Chong, magna cum laude. Christian Robert C. Cheng III, cum laude. Ana Monica D. Malyari, cum laude. Mark Lester M. Tihidor, cum laude. Anne Patrice I. Barin, honorable mention. Marian L. Kabawatan, honorable mention. Henny Angelica L. D. Honorable Mention.
Marica Eloise D. Descaliar.
Honorable Mention. Trina Veronica L. Yu. Honorable Mention. Juan Alvaro D. Makasaet. Honorable Mention. Brian Christian R. Kiambao. Honorable Mention.
Johans Marvin G. Sun.
Honorable Mention. Jania Shaira Y. Teng. Honorable Mention. Muhammad Jainuddin H. Abdurrahman. Alvin G. Alignay. Jamila G. Alcarji. Kylie Daniel B. Alvarez.
Andre Alvaro S. Alvero.
Bianca S. Ang. Arvin Aaron A. Antonio. Michael Dominic Antonio. Andre Miguel P. Apasible. Enrico Kioni Asuncion.
Gian Carlo S. Asuncion.
Mon Eduardo D. Asuncion. Jude Lawrence P. Atienza.
Andre A. Ascaraga.
Michiru Asuma. Catherine P. Bayran. Iris Frances B. Bautista. Justin Frederick D. Bautista. Maria Francesca J. Beasca. Jose Antonio B. Belisario. Ryan Angelo J. Blanco. Gerard Alfred N. Bonco. Angelo Miguel G. Puencamino. Juan Gabriel M. Casino. Jack Christopher R. Castro. Jaime Luis M. Castro.
Timothy Gunter S. Kayanga.
Lin E. Chen. Andrew S. Chicano. Bryce Charlton P. Ching. Kyle Joseph D. Chombon. Grant Connor D. Chua. Mark Brian C. Chua. Gianna Andrea A. Chuponco. Jose Miguel P. Lutario. Christian Kenneth R. Collado. Rafael Angelo C. Cosca. Santiago Miguel Eduardo C. Cruz. Jethro Rafael A. Cu. Christopher Charles M. Cuerpo. Victor Luis P. Cusi III. Jose Lorenzo S. Daco. John Gabriel L. Dagelet. Aubrey F. Damian. Juan Miguel Q. David. Patricia Nicole K. De Blois. Jacqueline M. Delfin. Mark Paul D. Dihamco. Rian P. Dison. Daniel Angelo C. Dueñas. June Carlo R. Eraso, John Nicole D. Estampador, Christian Renzo Y. Estimo, Eric G. Eugenio, Gian Christian V. Eugenio, Dana Patricia I. Fernandez, Ivan Gregor D. Fernandez, Jose Gabriel A. Flores, Nicole Angela A. Gabino, Nathan Gregory L. Gajo, Bettina M. Gamboa, Ashley Doreen R. Ganitano, Igor Expeditus F. Garcia, Luis Inigo G. Gatmaitan, Aina Sabrina D. Henato, Nicole D. Generoso, Joshua Derek R. Go, Nathaniel Ethan L. Go, Jillian Alexis B. Gonzalez, Patricia V. Gusi, Maria Beatriz S. Gutierrez, Sarina Ann Bernice L. Hau, Katrina Isabel A. Hernandez, Inigo Rafael M. Herrera, Junicio Felix R. Hoxon, Maria Monica May M. Imperio, Jose Emmanuel D. Ingan, Alessa Clarice R. Interior, Lance Alvin C. Howe, Maria Beatriz D. Hardinel, Sofia Andrea D. Jose, Beatrice Hannah T. Cao, Gia Marie Isabel C. Kawachi, Kevin Matthew P. King, Ian Gabriel Ignacio O. Cua, Katrina Aisha R. Lacson, Mary Sophia Josephine P. Ladaw, Daniela Luis L. Dagman, Ian Garrett L. Lau, Michael Philip E. Laude, Luis Antonio A. Leonio, Rowan Victor M. Libarios II, Tristan Aaron John Libiran, Isabel M. Lim, Tiffany Joy M. T. Lim, Maria Claudia F. Liwanan, Marina Antonelli Y. Lugtu, John Christian P. Maglake, Nathaniel S. Magwan, Ferdy D. Mangahas Jr., Irina Celine D. Maralo, Rustico Marco A. Marcelo, Antonio Miguel L. Marquez, Jover Neil D. Martinez,
Christian Ivan F. Mauricio,
Daniel Carmel R. Mendoza, Joseph Martin V. Mercado, Marcos Henrik D. Montes, Carlitos Rafael A. Mortel, Joshua Andre Y. Muñoz, Marie Isabel Julia R. Nava, Richelle Shannon M. Nang, Luis Gabriel M. Nuval, Enrique Javier Alberto Q. Olivares, Gavin Lloyd C. Ong, Maria Corinne Leanne T. Ong, Pierce Joshua C. Ongchan, Javier Maria Agustin A. Pablo, Philip A. Pacleb IV, Luis Virgilio L. Panlilio, Jose Martin J. Pascual, Jaira Elise C. Perez, Michael Thomas D. Perfecto, Shaina Robbie B. Ragos T, Brian Stephen A. Reforma, John Harvey B. Regino, Sedsi P. Remorque, Charles Nathan Y. Reyes, Ismael Hans D. Samaniego, Allen David P. San Juan, Amber Bettina J. Sanchez, Enrico Luis A. Santiago, Ronaldo Gabriel J. Santiago, Jason Mark R. Santos, Mardonio Vicente S. Santos, Rafael Angelo T. Santos, Ryan Nathaniel S. Sher, Ina Micaela T. Sia, John Adrian L. Sim, Hendrika Carmen F. Slut, Boran Song, Sparsha Schroeder, Paulo Antonio D. Suarez, Francesca Sofia L. Sihuco, Arian Gabriel L. Tan, Avery Nicole R. Tan, Gerard C. Tan, Matt Levin C. Tan, Samantha Louis A. Tan, Alain V. Tanchuan, Jose Maria Emmanuel S. Tantuico, Alicia Isabel F. Te, Brandon T. Te, Patricia Nicole S. Te, Eric Timothy P. Uy, Madeleine Denise L. Uy, Martin Emmanuel T. Uy, Justin Adrian A. Velez, Azucena Rain M. Vera Perez, Jacob L. Vergel de Dios, Katrina Pauline S. Vidanes, Kayla Ann W. Yao, Megan Louis A. Yao, Michelle Ann S. Imana, John Joseph Q. Young, Alessandra M. Yu, Althea Caitlin L. Yu, Victoria Georgette O. Zaldivar, Bachelor of Science in Communications Technology Management, Martina Dominique J. Serrano, Program Award Cum Laude, Denise Megan M. Borja, cum laude. Alisa Bernice F. Castro, cum laude. Isabel A. Gabriel, cum laude. Samantha Marie S. Haushan, cum laude. Rika P. Ogata, cum laude. Therese Gabriel A. Sola, cum laude. Marie Celine T. Yorobe, cum laude. Rian Luis B. Abundo, honorable mention. Micaela Reina Andres, honorable mention. Kayla Brittany C. Atienza, honorable mention. Charina V. Camposano, honorable mention. Janine O. Serrada, honorable mention. Gabriel Angeline L. Mereria, honorable mention. Janina Bianca C. Moreno, honorable mention. Sofia Andrea G. Villa, honorable mention. Wei B. Acosta.
Angelo Joaquin L. Advincula.
Samantha Allison L. Altuna. Hazel May B. Ang. Paterno Lorenzo A. Aquino. Armand Adrian A. Arevalo. Kurt Daniel A. Balingit. Nicolay Belgica. Geraldo Lorenzo T. Brillantes.
Tom Joshua B. Bulan.
Daniel Michelle B. Cabahu. Michelle Patricia G. Cabrera. Maria Fides Katrina E. Camacho. Mia Daniel R. Cancio. Pocholo O. Carillo. Sherlyn Francesca C. Chang. Jody Edwards G. Chua. Tiffany Ann A. Colaico. Regina Isabel C. Conducto. Liana Francine T. Crisostomo. Matthew Angelo P. Cruz. Roland Dominique L. Delara. Kiora Katia O. Dimson. Joshua Ryan B. D. Alessandra Marie G. Estrella. Victoria Marie Nicole F. Fernando. Gabriel Lorenzo M. Heli. Sean Michael D. Graho. Caitlin C. Henson. Gabriel L. Ilagan. Maria Alessandra B. Intengan. Isabel Luis S. Javier. Danielle Isabel S. Co. Johanna C. Lim. Sofia Victoria H. Lopez. Stephanie Kate T. Lu. Rodney J. A. Manuel. Martin Roberto P. Mapa. Alexis Eden M. McLean. Rachel B. Nang, Yamyam C. Nam, Kristen Daniel C. Oliveros, Jana Marie M. Pahes, Ana Katrina P. Pamintuan, Isabel P. Paulo, Luis Alberto J. Peralta, Javier Luis G. Pimentel, Raul Nicolas R. Puno Jr., Samantha May P. Ke, John Vincent P. Rabano, Han Michael Bono B. Reyes, Miko Santino D. Reyes, Julian M. Sagdulyas, Luigi Owen C. Salaw, Marcus Gabriel F. Sandalo, Beatrice Angelica A. So, Samantha Amber C. C, Maria Andrea H. Tagaban, Gabriel Maria T. Tan, Lorenzo Joaquin T. Tan, Austin Craig S. Tansyong Kun, Jamie G. T, Renee Luis F. Tixon, Luis Enrico T. Uy, Regina Catriel G. Uy, Luisa Maria S. Vasquez, Angelica Marie G. Ventura, Vanessa L. Vibar, Robin Daniel M. Vicencio, Juan Angelo T. Binluan, Maria Micaela M. Iliana, Bachelor of Science in Legal Management, Danielle Mary I. Yupanco, Program Award Summa Cum Laude, Jaira Zoe T. Ang, Magna Cum Laude, Aisen Jeremy A. D. Cum Laude, Angelique P. Leda, Cum Laude, Isabella Regina G. Reyes, Cum Laude, Tanya Caterina C. Te, Cum Laude, Francis Maynard R. Toledo, Cum Laude, John Heinrich C. Chan, Honorable Mention, Liana Marie S. Co, Honorable Mention, Carlos Luis S. Gono, Honorable Mention, Jose Andres E. Gonzalez, Honorable Mention, Julio Joaquin S. Martinez, Honorable Mention, Julian Beatriz N. Rosario, Honorable Mention, Alicia Beatriz A. Vergara, Honorable Mention, Isabel Marie Y. Yu, Honorable Mention, Dustin Dion A. Agrava, Lauren O. Alarcon, Carlo Francisco L. Alivia, Patricia Alex D. Ang, Yasmin Ira M. Angeles, Justin Earl T. Ariola, Karim S. Asad, Manuelito C. Bagasina II, Joaquin Alfonso M. Balina, Ramon Alfredo A. Balingit III, Carla Olivia P. Bautista, Aaron Arwin C. Cheng, Clarice Evangeline G. Chowa, Carlo Sebastian L. Chua, Carrie Avian P. Co, Irvin Marcos C. Co, Lorenzo G. Coloquio, Bianca Soledad C. Corvite, Emmanuel C. Cuyugan, Daniel May E. David, Carlo Miguel R. De Vera, Ibrahim D. Diro, Emilio Mateo P. Dizon, Luis Miguel S. Enriquez, Lorian M. Go, Stephanie Ann C. Halova, Stacy Francine P. Lee, Irvin Cesar R. Ligahon, Nicole C. Lim, Don Derek L. Lin, Muriel Therese S. Lucas, James P. Magpok, Samantha Mariah V. Malangin, Nathaniel Constantine L. Marcelo, Sebastian Luigi T. Mendoza, Ken Emmanuel Merluza, Hannah Ricaela L. Miranda, Caitlin Marie B. Natividad, Sydney Austin G. Ngi, Hugh Han Heaven L. Nunez, Stephanie Liz S. Ong, Gabriel Philip A. Pakleb, Giselle M. Palingayan, Jesus Renato Martin C. Pineda, Miguel G. Policarpio, Graciela Rachel D. Robles, Risha Katrina S. Rodriguez, Robin Aaron James D. Rubina, Mariel Andrea D. Sabandal, Jose C. Saribong II, Patricia Ann V. Solomon, Dominic S. Sulit, Luis Miguel U. C, Federico Miguel L. Tan, Kerwin Johnson U. Tan, Dejan D. Te, Christine C. Tiamson, Christian Joseph A. Chu, Ash Margaret B. Uy, Jose Maria L. Villarreal, Giselle P. Yao, Joshua Irvin H. Yap, Kurt Michael M. Yuan, Bachelor of Science in Management of Applied Chemistry, Gilroy Francis P. Bennett, Ralph Cedric T. Chua, Amanda Patricia B. Clemente, Isaac Niels C. De Vera, Chanel P. Nang, Hanson Leonard P. So, Carlo Joaquin L. Tabuena, Kirk Patrick S. Tan, Stella T. Zacarias, Isa Joyce D. Zamoranos, Bachelor of Science in Management Engineering, Lucia Carmen D. Lorenzo, Program Award Magna Cum Laude, Carissa M. Ang, Magna Cum Laude, Daniela Christine Marie R. Evan, Magna Cum Laude, Miguel Luis L. Morales, Magna Cum Laude, Genevieve Gail L. Puno, Magna Cum Laude, Isabel Jocelyn R. Villanueva, Magna Cum Laude, Maxine Rihanna T. Yi, Magna Cum Laude, Jeneline K. L. Ang, Cum Laude, Caitlin Jillian F. Baradas, Cum Laude, Gabriel Benigno B. Benitez, Cum Laude, John Carel U. Calderon, Cum Laude, Rhea Kathleen T. Chong, Cum Laude, Rafael Philip M. Chua, Cum Laude, Mark Joshua P. De La Paz, Cum Laude, Andrea Bettina C. Hoxon, Cum Laude, Kyle Matthew S. Kang, Cum Laude, Anika Kelsey Therese B. Cote, Cum Laude, Gian Anthony P. Lau, Cum Laude, Tiffany Erin C. Lau, Cum Laude, Charmaine Nicole C. Lim, Cum Laude, Marisa Desiree L. Mamaril, Cum Laude, Lorenzo Miguel S. Martinez, Cum Laude, Diana P. Pagtalunan, Cum Laude, Jean Liam D. Pascaran, Cum Laude, Martin Lorenzo E. Perez, Cum Laude, Patrick Francis L. Roasa, Cum Laude, Joaquin Jose Maria Fernando A. Santos, Cum Laude, Catherine Ann C. Te, Cum Laude, Elizabeth Monique C. Uy, Cum Laude, John Michael D. Uy, Cum Laude, Van Terrell C. Yu, Cum Laude, Harvey Clarence B. Bandong, Honorable Mention, Koji Bryant P. Bawi, Honorable Mention, Tiffany Jean T. Bernardo, Honorable Mention, Elias Jose Maria S. Bonifacio, Honorable Mention, Bettina Luis C. Capistrano, Honorable Mention, Jordan Louis S. Chan, Honorable Mention. Daniel Ayana K. Diaz, Honorable Mention. Jose Rafael F. Fernandez, Honorable Mention. Angelo Gabriel M. Figueroa, Honorable Mention. Alexander C. Garcia Jr., Honorable Mention. Kirby G. Halandoni, Honorable Mention. Angeline Grace R. Cam, Honorable Mention. Kyla Gracine Marie M. Quezon, Honorable Mention. Isabel Bianca S. Lau, Honorable Mention. Andrea Danielle F. Lim, Honorable Mention. Frances Ann Y. Lim, Honorable Mention. Christopher Joseph G. Magno, Honorable Mention. Mayumi Isabel C. Mariano, Honorable Mention. Angelica Christine Mercado, Honorable Mention. Kef Calvan L. Nang, Honorable Mention. Kimberly Winslet J. Nang, Honorable Mention. Marco Jose M. Osaita, Honorable Mention. Kyra Bettina D. Raimundo, Honorable Mention. Patricia Nicole N. Ting, Honorable Mention. Fumiya Kyle M. Ueda, Honorable Mention. Jean Michael D. Unabia, Honorable Mention. Roma Ann Milagros D. Yatco, Honorable Mention. Angelo Arnel C. Ambi. Leonard Philip C. Amigo. Tristan Royce V. Amores. Tyler Dylan L. Ang. Rosario Lucila C. Avedillo. Joseph Renz B. Panaag. Michael Vito P. Kagang. Emiliano J. C. Kalangi. Dominic Andrea F. Casino. Arlo Enrico S. Castillo. Kingsley S. Senya. Katrina Isabel L. Chongson. Paulo Antonio B. Co. Ivan Ronaldo L. Cruz. David Matthew C. Dator. Jaime Alfonso Emilio Ramon D. David. Sabrina Marie E. Deguia. Isaiah Yestin G. De Vera. Justin Miles T. D. Erica Raisa T. Bichuti. Archie Dominique M. Esquivias. Rene Luis F. Eugenio. Roman Fernando S. Garcia. Ryan Matthew T. Gosiaco. Justin Jose B. Hirang. Benjamin Jorge S. Imperial. Joaquin Antonio J. Jaime. Micael Ramiro S. Lascano. Jonathan Aaron C. Lee. Lance Austin C. Lee Sunga. Ramon Donatello S. Ligones, Dominic Madeline B. Limhenko, Alexandra Louis A. Lota, Andrea Therese P. Manyalak, Carlo Inigo R. Martinez, Anton Alberto C. Medina, Mercedes Begonia O. Padilla, Renee Isabel M. Recomono, John Carlo D. Rodriguez, Joseph Jaime M. Sanz, Gabriel Ross G. Santiago, Lance Gabriel L. Saringan, Romeo Trigger B. Sai III, Matthew Bentley D.C., Francine Jemima C. Tan, Jason Bradley G. Tan, Lance Kenneth Lawrence Y. Chu, Joshua Miguel D. Trevino, Brevin Marcos Y. T., Jethro T. Vera Cruz, Mark Aldrich S. Young, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology Entrepreneurship, Byron Kester B. Uy, Program Award Honorable Mention, David Christopher B. Chua, Magna Cum Laude, Justin Eldridge D. Co, Cum Laude, Andrew Javier N. Santos, Cum Laude, Jose Rafael D. Aquino, Jumir Joseph A. Boneo, Carl Vincent G. Castillo, Kimberly Elise C. Chua, Adam Boas C. Crisostomo, Ryan Gabriel M. Dison, Matt Adrian L. Francisco, Kimberly Claire H. Gamboa, Lorenzo Angelo A. Hilario, Roderick A. Co, Jonathan Melvin G. Lam, Angela Nicole M. Marcado, Joshua Nicolo D. Muy, Marcus Jabin C. Nang Uy, Joaquin Antonio T. Palu, Patricia Beatriz P. Paulo, Gabriel Lucas M. Reganit, Peter Charles B. Samoy, Aldrich Stewart M. Tan, James Jefferson A. Tan, Joseph D. Tan. Panoorin natin ngayon ang isang espesyal na paghahandog na inihanda ng inyong mga guro.
Hello, Batch 2020. As you graduate, know that Ateneo is very proud of you. My fervent wish is for you to continue doing things that will make Ateneo even prouder. Congratulations.
As you find yourself reaching the top of the hill, remember the love that has brought you here today. The love of your family, your friends, your classmates, your teachers, and the staff of the Ateneo. Bring that love with you as you go down the hill. Use it for the good. Let your love transform others. And if you need a refill, just come back up. We're here waiting for you, beloved. Congratulations, Class 2020. One big fight.
Magandang hapon sa inyo, graduates. Kung ay lubos na ganda lang dahil sa inyong pagtatapos at taon sa Ateneo, yung mga bagay na nagbago. Naalala niyo pa ba ang mga aral sa Loyola? Nandiyan sila. Laging lumabagay sa inyo ang inyong mga guro. Handang nagbigay kaalaman. Ang mga administrator na handang bigay ang mga pangailangan. Ang mga paring natin, ang nagbigay palagi ng spiritual advice. Ang mga empleyado ng Ateneo, lagi nyo nakakasama sa akin. Sa panataon sa Ateneo, malaki ang pagbabago. Muli, ako po si Ginoong Rembrandt Magsilo sa kagawaran ng Gokongwei School of Management. Lubos na mabati na maligaya pagtatapos ang Ateneo ang pangalawang bahay. Congratulations, Batch 2020.
Congratulations, you have made it. This may not be the best of circumstances, but there are sure to be opportunities in it. I hope that you will do great within the bounds of ethical practices in your endeavors. Take care and see you around.
I speak to you today in the midst of these challenging times, and I hope that all you graduates will always be grounded in your values, be grounded in what your school has taught you, what your family has taught you, what your friends and the communities have taught you. Look forward and be strong. Congratulations, everyone.
I am always excited to see and experience your works and businesses come to life. In class, you always ask me, what do you think, ma'am? Is this a good idea? Well, in life, you will be asked with questions of hows and what ifs. People will ask you to do this and do that. Continue learning and cherish the journey. It's okay to pause and think. Act with reason and kindness and just give your best. In the end, the ultimate decision will come from you. Have the courage to believe in yourself, but stay humble. Congratulations, and I will always be your cheerleader.
In these uncertain times, when so much is on the line, and when the game seems to keep changing, think back to your days at the Ateneo, find your footing, find your voice, and find your calling. You are the real game changers. Remember, you got this. Congratulations.
Pamumunuan ngayon ni Ginoong Jason Paul P. Cabrera, Pangulo ng Ateneo Alumni Association, ang panunumpa ng mga nagtapos.
Mga nagtatapos, itaas ang inyong kanang kamay at sumunod sa panunumpa. Sa araw na ito ng aming pagtatapos, sa piling ng aming mga magulang, kamag-anak at mga kaibigan, sa piling ng aming mga kamag-aral, guro at tagapangasiwa ng pamantasan, sa piling ng mga alumni at bilang alumni ng Ateneo na nakatalagang maging lux in domino, liwanag sa Panginoon. Sumusumpa kami maging tao para sa kapwa at hayaang mangningning ang aming liwanag sa lahat. Sumusumpa kaming maglingkod sa aming kapwa, lalo na sa mga nagdarahop ang katawan at kaluluwa. Sumusumpa kami maging bukas palad sa mga handog ng isip at katawan na dulot ng Diyos sa amin, sa pagmamahal ng aming pamilya, kapwa-tao, bayan, at ng aming Diyos. Panginoon, turuan mo kami maging bukas palad. Ibaba ang inyong mga kamay. Maligayang bati sa inyong lahat.
Mga kaibigan, ang Pangulo ng Pamantasang Ateneo de Manila.
Sa mga minamahal kong magsipagtapos, sa inyong mga magulang, sa ating mga panauhin, ang ating mga guro, administrador, at mga katuwang sa misyon ng Ateneo de Manila. Bagamat hindi natin mayayakap ang isa't isa ngayong araw, para sa inyong pagtatapos, sinikap ng mga Paaralang Loyola na maipadama sa bawat isa ang isang tunay at makabuluhang pagbati. sa ating palutuntunan, namalas ninyo ang mga gusali at iba pang mga lugar na itinuring na ninyong tahanan, pati na ang mga gurong gumabay sa inyo. Baunin sana ninyo ang mga larawang ito na patuloy na maghihintay sa inyong pagbabalik. Alam nyo, gumraduate kayo bilang estudyante. Ako naman gumraduate bilang presidente. Pero wala naman talagang gumagraduate sa Ateneo. Ang Ateneo ay panghabang buhay. Nakakatuksong isipin na ang nangyayari ngayon ay siyang ating kinabukasan, na wala na ring pagbabago sa ating dinaranas ngayon at sa ating haharapin bukas. Pero hindi ganito ang ating kasaysayan sa Ateneo. Marami na ring nadaanan ang ating alma mater. Narito pa rin ang inyong pamantasan, ang ating alma mater. Alam ko na magkikita tayo muli, inshallah. Tayo'y babalik muli rito at ating ipagdiriwang ang ating pinagsaluhan dito sa ating mahal na pamantasan. Kung loloobin ng Diyos, magkikita tayo muli. At alam nating magkikita talaga tayo muli. Class 2020, congratulations. Alam kong magkikita pa rin tayo. Kita-kita sa pagbabago ng ating kasalukuyan, ng ating ngayon, at kita-kita rin sa pagtatayo ng isang bagong kinabukasan. Maraming salamat.
Tatapusin ngayon ang palatuntunan sa pamamagitan ng awit ng pamantasan na Song for Mary.